During the last two videos that I posted this channel, I spoke a lot about how to market your business during a market shift. Now, it's worth noting that the brand story is really what allows us to make those pivots as the market ebbs and flows, right? As the world changes and as our offers and services evolves with it. The brand story is what allows you to remain relevant and create irresistible marketing regardless of where your clients are, ideal clients are, in the cycle of homeownership. And so in this video today, I wanted to just take a few minutes to talk about specifically the brand story in your real estate business, because having a brand is one thing, but that most critical component, the brand story, is one piece that I haven't really dove deep with you here yet. Now, the brand story, like I mentioned, is absolutely foundational to your ability to create and scale an attraction-based business and to be able to attract and convert your dream clients. And it's so important that this is actually one of the first things that we do in the Market Authority Academy. When a real estate agent comes to coach with me, this is the first thing that we figure out together. And so while I can't unlock that whole proprietary process for you, I can give you a little bit of an insight as far as how it works and give you the tools to determine whether or not you are lacking here or whether or not you're on the right track. There are three critical components to a successfully effectively marketed brand story. These three components are your mission, your solution, and your transformation. Let's talk about your mission. A really good way to think about your mission is your origin story. I mean, nobody got into real estate thinking, I want to be the best at opening doors. I'm going to be so good at placing open house signs on corners. I'm going to be the guy or the gal who places those for sale signs so sturdily in yards and they'll never shake in the wind. Like, that's not the thing, okay? Like, why did you actually get into real estate? And have you ever thought about this deeply enough to where you can actually start to create a story out of that? The origin story is a very important component to any type of storytelling. And again, like, this is your brand story. This is your ability to storytell instead of hard sales. Having a well-articulated mission allows you to bring your network, bring your fans, bring your clients, bring your potential referral partners along on a journey with you that is more meaningful than just churning and burning through transactions. Having a mission means that you stand for something in real estate. Having a mission means that you saw something not being done well enough and you knew that you had something that was better. For example, I never once thought about getting into real estate until I actually got into real estate. Like, I speak to a lot of real estate agents who were like, well, I always thought it would be really cool and I see them on HGTV and, it just always seemed like something that I had to do. I never had that. Like, real estate was not at all on my radar forever. And in fact, I was very not interested in real estate until my husband came to me with the idea when we wanted to leave our 9-to-5s and we were trying to decide what kind of business we wanted to create together. The reason I never thought of real estate was because my family was personally victimized by the 2008 recession. I know what it feels like to lose your home and know that there are squatters living where you used to sleep, and knowing that your parents are in the other room on the phone with their lender reps wondering why their payment has skyrocketed to a level that they can't pay anymore. Like, as a young woman going through her formative teen years, going through that experience was really traumatic for me. I was one of those individuals that always thought that real estate agents were akin to used car salesmen. No offense to used car salesmen, but you know the thing that I'm talking about. And the way that my family's perspective on wealth and really personal financial stability was shaped after that experience was something that I had to work really hard to untangle myself from for years into adulthood. And so now getting into real estate, I am so keenly aware that it's never just the transaction. Like, it is always about more. And that's why our motto for our team is real estate that does more. We believe that our work starts when somebody closes on their home, right? That's not goodbye. That's the first step of a very long journey that we are committed to walking through with our clients. And if you dig deep, you probably have something there that you can tap into as well. And so that's number one. You have to have a really clear understanding of your mission. And a lot of times it's directly related to your origin story. Now let's talk about the second factor here, which is your solution. What solution am I talking about? Well, when you have an ideal client, which is just another facet of your brand, it's just another piece of it. When you understand your ideal client, you get to really understand what challenges they are experiencing and what basis they are making decisions off of at any given moment. And when you think of it this way, you can see why this is so critical to your ability to pivot as the market changes. Because regardless of what's happening in real estate, your ideal clients are always going to have some kind of need around housing. They're always going to be wondering when to buy the next place or when to sell the place, right? Do they need to be investing in real estate or do they need to be moving their money elsewhere? Every single day, somebody's confronted with one of these challenges because they either own real estate or they don't own real estate. And regardless of whether or not they do, it's creating challenges to their ability to grow and maintain their wealth. And so when you understand your ideal clients, you understand what problems and challenges they might be thinking of at any given time. Now, the challenges that my ideal clients were dealing with at the peak frenzy of the seller season in 2021, early 2022, those challenges are completely different from what they will experience as we head into a market shift. But because I understand my ideal clients and because I understand my mission, that it's always about real estate that does more, I can look beyond any given just initial transaction talking point into how I can serve them where they are on their journey at this given time. And so I challenge you to do the same. Think about your ideal clients where they are. Think about what challenges they're experiencing today and how your mission drives you to help solve that, help create a solution for that, that is differentiating you from your competition. This is how you go from the realtor who's just opening doors to the realtor for life. Now, finally, once we have those pieces, we can create a very well-articulated transformation. Now, consumers, and I hate that word in this context, but I'm just for clarity, I'm saying consumers. Consumers make purchasing decisions based off of transformation, based off of how they think they'll feel at the end of that purchase, what they think that purchase is going to help them do for their lifestyle, how that's going to tie into their deepest desires and goals. Transformations help consumers move away from pain and move toward pleasure. And so you can see how this kind of ties really well, right? So like your mission is what drives you to help somebody create and implement a really solid solution that is going to transform where they're at today into where they want to be tomorrow, right? That is the brand story. And you might be thinking of some of your more recent clients that you've worked with that you've been able to do this successfully without even thinking of. Like imagine the last couple of transactions that have gone really, really well for you. What went so well? What were they so happy about? What did they think you really went above and beyond for them in doing, right? Pulling on those strings can actually lead you to exactly the transformation that you've created for them. When you have the transformation, it tidies up your brand story into the elevator pitch that allows you within 30 seconds to explain and articulate why somebody should hire you over your competition. So that's my challenge for you. Have you really articulated your mission or your origin story? Have you really taken the time to understand what solutions you're providing beyond opening doors and putting signs in the yard? And how are you sharing that story of transformation across your marketing? Once you dial in on these 3 critical components to your brand story, you are unstoppable. And my agents in the Market Authority Academy, when they crystallize this, their business skyrockets. This is why my agents see their revenue and production tripling within 12 months or less. And so again, if you have trouble here or if you want to take this a step further, definitely check out the links below. Book a time with me to chat about it. I'd love to see if I can help you fine-tune this process to see really cool results in your real estate business. As always, thanks so much for tuning in. Till next time, keep on crushing it.